Yeah, so we got a nice little itinerary today. So yeah, Connor McCRUDDEN with Blue Panda Realty. I've been with the company now since 2018. So we're going to start off the day with a final walkthrough with a client of mine at 360 McLeod, also known as Central 3. Pretty cool construction project by Urban Capital. We actually had the contract for that development. So yeah, today just basically consists of getting in there, checking to make sure the appliances are in good working order, you know, make sure that the seller hasn't done anything to the unit that we're unaware of, and yeah, and then afterwards we're going to be heading to a luxury building downtown right on the Ottawa River. That's 428 Spark Street, Cathedral Hill. We also had the contract for that one as well. Super cool project. That one is actually a land lease on an old cathedral, hence the name. Very cool. So yeah, lots of good views at that one. Overlooks the Ottawa River, the Gatineau Hills. Yeah, pretty exciting stuff for today, and we'll see. Maybe we'll get an offer on the table, and yeah, we'll go from there and see what happens. So I've been going since 2018. Originally, when I graduated university, I kind of started off with the Government of Canada. Prior to that, I was playing varsity football out east at Acadia University. So real competitive guy, real kind of go get 'em type. Early riser, I like competing. So I spent about a year and a bit in the government, and right away I knew it wasn't for me. I didn't have that outlet anymore with sports. So I needed some other means of winning, staying competitive, and you know, getting shit done apparently. So yeah, that's kind of what pushed me towards real estate. And originally I had one of my best friends, he was going for his real estate license, and what we were looking to do was maybe you know, pick up some investment properties. And so we would run all the, you know, net operating incomes, all the financials on different buildings, and you know, every single time my buddy would come and we'd sit down and he'd go, oh, like, you know, oh, Connor, like, I love this coursework. It's so interesting. It's so cool. You know, like, I'm really excited to get into the field. And, you know, one day I kind of had a sit down, and that was when I was looking to get out of the government. I had a little sit down with myself, and I was just thinking, like, well, shit, like, why am I not doing this? Like, I already like it. I need to get the hell out of the government. So literally the next day I applied for my license and started all the coursework, and that's all she wrote. So that's, yeah, that's how that all kind of unfolded, and gives me my competitive outlet aside from just going to the gym and lifting weights. And for the most part, that's all I really do is sell houses and exercise. So sounds boring, but I love it, and plan to keep on doing it for a long time.
People say I drive too fast, move too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast.
Are you just in the Starbucks? Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, very cool. Okay, we'll see you in a second. All right, no problem. Bye. We'll call the agent back up. She goes, oh shit, what do you mean the key's not in there? So turns out the guy's actually in the unit, just doing a little bit of cleaning before closing starts. So he's in there, we're good to go. It's just gonna be more or less waiting for this guy to come down. So yeah, they're just poking around, so we're gonna be good to go. Well, it's funny, I was telling Emmanuel, I haven't had a day off since Christmas really. And even then, you know, I'm like sending emails, making phone calls, because you always got people who are, you know, inquiring. And I love what I do though, right? So it's not the biggest deal in the world. You guys, no problem. All right, so little delays, kind of throws a bit of a wrench in the gears. That's kind of the tricky thing about real estate, is the second somebody's 15 minutes late for anything, it can throw off the entire day. So you always want to budget just a little bit extra time than you need, because then otherwise, if you're the kind of guy that shows up late for appointments, that's not the kind of person somebody wants to work with. I wouldn't want to work with somebody like that. That's kind of an old expression. I guess it's kind of a football thing, but early is on time. You know, don't show up late for meetings. You know, show up ready to work, and that's, you know, that's how I do it. both the showings went really well. First one we did was a little bit of a higher floor. The client really liked it. She liked the tones and the textures pretty well. So we're going to be submitting an offer on that one. To give you a little bit of context, we're going to be coming in underneath. We're going to be conditional upon inspection, financing, and a status certificate. So reason for those is inspection. We're getting the home inspector in there, make sure all the mechanicals are working, everything's in good repair. A status certificate is more or less the pro forma for a corporation. So we evaluate the reserve fund, all the different financing, different debt ratios, just to make sure that it's in a healthy standing, if you will. And then we're also going to make it conditional upon financing because we have to solidify a firm application with a lender before we can actually close on the property. So to the deposit, it's returned to you in full.
It's going to be returned?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have that, that's in the agreement as well under our financing condition. So yeah, we're completely conditional upon financing, so the deposit will be returned in full in the event that it falls through. And aside from that, we're also conditional upon status certificate, kind of like I was telling you, the pro forma for the building. So we're going to know how healthy it is, et cetera, as well as a home inspection. So we'll get a home inspector in there to check it out as well. All right, have a good one. Bye. Offer is now going to be live on the table. So we're going to have until about 5 p.m. tomorrow to find out if they're going to, either accept it, counter it, or decline it. So in this case, I would assume that they're probably going to counter, just given that the property's been sitting roughly 2.5, 3 weeks. And yeah, once we get that counter, hopefully we can meet somewhere in the middle to an arrangement and get the property for her. And then I'll take her out to sushi too. All right, guys, so that's a day in the life of me, Connor. And if you guys want to see some more content, please feel free to comment below. Let us know what you want to see, and we're happy to do it for you. That's all she wrote. Have a good one, guys.